Greetings viewers, in today's video we are going to be installing the Magpul MOE fixed carbine stock. Again, I will be using my Genesis Arms Gen 12 lower for this. Now before we jump into it, if you have no idea what a Milspec or a commercial buffer tube is or looks like, or that there's even a difference, then you really need to pay attention to this next part. If you already know all that, then go ahead and skip ahead in the video. So if you'll notice on here, this is the little description tag, whatever you want to call it, for the stock. We've got MOE fixed carbine stock Milspec. There's ones that will say commercial on there. If you don't know the difference, that's very important, and I want to make sure that you have the right thing before you try and do this and you get frustrated because you don't have the right parts. So if you go ahead and take a look at this diagram that's on the screen right now, this is kind of the main difference and ways to tell between a commercial and a Milspec buffer tube. The easiest way to know is if you look at the plain buffer tube and the back of it has a slant to it, it is a commercial tube. Now, the reason that that's significant is because if I'm trying to install a stock on a buffer tube and it's the wrong size, obviously it's not going to fit. The commercial size buffer tube is larger and the Milspec is smaller. So if I have a commercial buffer tube and a Milspec stock, it's not going to go on at all. You're going to sit there trying to fight and figure out, why is this not lining up? This stupid thing won't go on. If you have a Milspec buffer tube and a commercial stock, this is going to be too big, and when it goes on there, you're going to have some wobble and rattle that's not really designed to function that way. Maybe you'll be okay with it. I wouldn't be, so make sure you understand the difference and that you have the right part before you get started. So if you need to return something, I would go ahead and do that now and then come back to the video once you have the right thing. All right, so the installation process for this stock is super simple. I'm not going to do an unboxing. This is empty. So all that you're really going to get in the box is you're going to get a stock and you're going to get these two little plastic parts here. All you're going to need for the installation is a 1/8 inch Allen wrench. So again, I've got my lower here. You may have a different stock type on here. Maybe you're starting with a plain buffer tube, whatever. First thing we need to do is we need to remove any stock that might be on there. This may be different than the stock that you have, but the general concept is still the same for removing it. So this latch right here pushes down on this mechanism. You kind of denoted here by this little horse logo. The two are independent. This is going to allow me to pull the stock all the way to the rear, but it doesn't let me pull it off because the latch does not push this down far enough. So what I need to do is I need to grab this on both sides. So I'm using my index finger and my thumb on here. You can let go of the latch if you want to. And I'm going to pull down even further than the latch allows it to and simply slide the stock off the rear. We can set this aside now. We're not going to need it. And we're left with our plain buffer tube. Again, I've got a flat back on it. I already know that this is a Milspec buffer tube and I've got a Milspec stock. Now, you may be wondering what these two different pieces are for. We're only going to use one of them. Now, if you'll notice, on the back side of my lower receiver, I have a QD mount for a sling. I do intend to use this. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this piece, because what it's going to do is it's going to butt up against right here. And this is going to allow me that gap to get in here to access that QD mount for my sling. If I were to use this one, what that's going to do is that's going to butt up flush against the rear of the receiver here. So this has kind of a clip-on sling attachment, so I don't need that gap. So that's what these two different parts are for. I'm not going to be using this one. If you want yours to look like this, because you're going to use a rear QD mount here, you have some other way that you do your stuff, then you can use this one and give it that kind of flush look. So I'm not using this one, but feel free again. It still installs exactly the same. All right, again, super simple, super easy. This video is going to be very short. We're going to take our 1/8 inch Allen wrench. On the right-hand side of the stock, there should be a screw up here. On the left-hand side is just a metal kind of retaining nut. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger on the back of that because I don't want that to fall out when I undo this screw. And I'm just going to turn it to the left. And then once we've backed it off enough, you can see it's just a long shaft on here with just a small amount of threads. There should be some brown kind of thread compound on there. We're going to set this aside. Again, I've decided on using this piece here. Now, the one thing you need to be aware of, it's got these two little wings on here, kind of almost looks like a plug into a electrical socket. And if we look on the stock here, you've got this kind of metal U-shaped piece here and then the outer walls of the stock. When you're putting the stock on, you need to make sure that these two little fins with the holes in it go in between the outer wall and that metal U-shaped piece. So it's going to insert just like this. so that when we put it in there, it lines up flush. You don't want it on either side or one on one side, one in the middle. We want those two prongs or flaps or wings, whatever you want to call it, to go in between those two materials. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put this on our stock. We're going to slide it all the way forward until it stops. And then we are going to slide our stock on behind it. Again, we need to pay attention, however you need to orient it so that you can see. It's kind of hard to do that and get it in the camera here. I'll try and keep it in frame, but we're going to make sure that those slide in together. You can also just assemble this ahead of time, snap it together, and then slide it all on as one unit. It really doesn't matter how you do it. Whatever works best for you. Then all we're going to do is we're going to take this screw, drop it back in on the right side, make sure it goes all the way to the threads, and then we're going to righty-tighty this thing back into place. I don't have any torque spec settings for you. You don't need to turn into He-Man and try and snap the screw off in here. That's never a good idea. Just make it so that it's tight and it stops wanting to turn, and you should be fine. That thread compound should keep it in place and keep your screw from backing out, even under recoil conditions. So again, we have this gap here so we can access our QD mount. And just in case you guys want to compare, contrast, and look at it, you kind of have that flush mount fit with the other style kind of a plastic adapter piece there. So that's pretty much it. That's how we install this stock, and we're done with it. Like I said, super simple, super quick and easy. I do like this stock. Unfortunately, having a beard and a collapsible style stock doesn't always work very well. The beard hairs like to get pinched in this thing. There is some wobble. I don't care how tight of tolerance is their stock. Anybody's stock is, there is still wobble. I don't like that. I am a fan of the MOE carbine fixed stock. I have it on probably 5 or 6 different rifles, and this thing doesn't move once it's in place. Again, if it does, you may have a mismatch size issue with a commercial stock and a Milspec buffer tube. So again, hopefully that is not something you've had to deal with. This stock does have options in the rear here. It does not come with, but there are QD mounts that you can get put in there if you like to ride your sling to the rear of the stock. It does not come with it. You'll have to buy that separately. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. So hopefully you found something useful here. If you have any questions, issues, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I try to get back to everybody as soon as possible once I see the notification come in. So with that, I'll stop taking up your time. I hope you have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next video.